I recently uploaded a video about how the South African Revenue Service is stepping up their game to ensure that everyone is compliant in the crypto space as well as in the CFD or Forex trading, whatever you want to call it, space, where they just want to ensure that everyone is compliant. Well, I appreciate those of you that came on the comment section and offered much solutions to this. And I also appreciate those that are actually complaining about the system, but you actually want to know more, right? And for those of you that also came up with suggestions to say, MJ, maybe we should have a traders meet up. Maybe we call someone from the South African Reserve Bank, someone from the South African Revenue Service, also the FSCA, and let them be the ones to answer questions that a lot of you have questions about, compliance, taxation, and whatnot. For those of you that are taking me, I'm only a messenger. By the way, guys, I'm not a SARS representative. I'm only an analyst. So I only gather information and give you what I know. And by the way, the information that I give you guys is just basic, right? I'm going to try by all means to ensure that all the links are there so that you can also have time to read about the article that was released that SARS is assembling a crypto unit. For those of you that wants to be ignorant, all the best. All I can say, man, if you are making money in this space, and by the way, again, very important, for you to be involved in the crypto space, you don't need to be a trader. And I have to mention this. There are a lot of people that are in South Africa now. They are rendering services outside South Africa, right? And they're only getting paid in crypto. Those people as well, depending on how much they make, they're subject to paying either capital gain tax or they're going to pay the personal income tax, right? All the information is there. All the information is there. Click on the link. The basic information is there. I was able to break down that for those of you that are receiving remuneration, you're going to fall within either the income, the capital gain tax or the personal income tax, right? Look at that information and try to see how you can, get knowledge from what is there. And if you don't know, like I said, use the SARS voluntary disclosure program, right? And a lot of frustrations are also coming from, okay, fine, if we are going to consult with tax professionals, we also have to pay them. And I understand, I think my frustration in all this is that I don't feel, I don't see that SARS is giving us enough information. It's almost like they just want us to keep on being ignorant. Then they knock at our door when now they want to collect what they deem to be theirs because we didn't comply. So today I want to talk about the taxi industry. Very interesting topic, by the way. Again, this was inspired by some of your comments to say, why are they coming after traders? Why are they coming after crypto traders, Forex traders, if they are not coming after taxi owners? Well, I just looked at what was at my disposal. Like I said, I only made a basic research about this. Where I grew up, my dad and my mom only had two taxis, and I was still young, so I don't have much about it. But I managed to get some basic information. So it is important to know that the taxi industry in South Africa plays a very vital role, by the way. As much as you can be frustrated by the traffic that you see, traffic jam every morning, you need to understand that a lot of South Africans are unemployed. Want to trade digital currencies smarter with low spreads, real rewards, and new strategies? Now, this is your chance to step up your game. On the 17th of March 2025, I'll be hosting a free live trading session on the Octa Broker YouTube channel, where I'll be telling you and showcasing different types of strategies that you can use on a CFD platform trading cryptocurrencies. For those of you that are new in Octa, open your first deal with BTC USD pair. Use this promo code MJ Octa and stand a chance to win Octa Match as well as $100 on your trading account during the live trading session. I'll announce the winner just before the end of the session. Don't miss out on this opportunity as you will be learning new strategies and win prizes. Just before I let you go, did you know that Octa offers the lowest spread in cryptocurrencies? Well, try it yourself. Cheers. They play a very vital role, as I've said, especially in the rural and urban areas as well, and the locations. I mean, this industry is massive, and I know there's a frustration behind why are they not compliant and why not. So with the basic information that I have, I just want to break down, the whole taxation around the taxi industry. So The taxi, a taxi driver can either pay a corporate tax or a personal income tax, right? So if the taxi owner who register their businesses are expected to pay the corporate income tax, right? If they operate as a company, so you open your company with Cipro, and you say this is the name Mazibugu Taxi, whatever, right? You are subject to paying the corporate income tax. Again, you have to meet a certain threshold. SARS will not tax you on the money you have not made. Again, for those who are traders, SARS cannot tax you on your losses. They can only tax you on your profits, right? So individuals that operate, who operates as individuals, right? They pay personal income tax on their earnings, right? So it's like you are self-employed. So those ones, they're going to pay the personal income tax on their earnings, right? So again, one can ask, value added tax, how does it apply in the taxi industry? Well, I did an interview with CNBC, right, a few days ago, and I was just talking also about my frustration by the government. Why should we increase VAT if we are having a lot of expenditure going on? I think South Africa doesn't have a problem of budgetary. I think they have a problem of expenditure, maybe. And this is just my opinion, given the fact that we are facing crisis. We have one of the largest cabinets in the world. Let's cut off some portfolios that I deem them as useless, and also let's remove some of the deputy ministers, right? Because with that, we can actually generate enough. And let's focus on the main point, which is economic growth, and create jobs as much as we can. The more we create jobs, the more now we can generate revenue from those people that are having their jobs, right? So you can be asking, MJ, if now, what about taxi owners that are having like a massive operations? They have like 500 taxis, 1,000 taxis. So businesses with an annual turnover exceeding 1 million are legally required to register for VAT, right? The value added tax, right? However, many taxi operators do not register for VAT, even when they surpass the threshold, right? And again, this is frustration. And I understand where you guys are coming from. Those that are saying, well, the taxi industry, they don't comply. I understand where you are coming from, right? But the problem will be, if we see a problem on the table, where will we find the solution? I am saying South African Revenue Service has a lot of irregularities, right? Which now becomes unfair to a lot of industries, because they're going to come for us as crypto traders, Forex traders, and they're going to, because our world, remember, our world is mostly digitalized, right? So you make a deposit through a broker, they can see it, right? And for those of you that are asking, how can they see it? Look, they can go to your broker. They can go to an international or a local exchange to ask them for information, to collect that data, to see how the transactions. And remember, the blockchain technology is there for everyone to see. So they can go as far as from blockchain to your local and international exchanges, even to your broker that you are using, to say, we want information about this. As much as they have a way to get information from banks, they can get information from brokers as well as the exchanges, right? So just because our business is digitalized, it makes them feel like it's easy to crack down on us, right? But think about the taxi industry. Most are paying cash, okay? It's a topic on its own that when they receive cash, what then happens? Because remember, I think it's around, and I stand to be corrected, 15 million South African citizens are using taxis on daily basis. 15 million. That's a lot of money. We are talking of a serious industry here. And there's a whole lot of debate about, yeah, no, they shouldn't comply because we are coming from apartheid. Come on, guys. It's 2025 now. We cannot, we just need to make it fair. Everyone is coming from an apartheid era. As a black person, you are coming from the apartheid era and you are in the crypto space. It doesn't make you to be special just because you are in the digital businesses. Somebody who's in the taxi space will be deemed as special, right? We are all equal in the eyes of the law, right? So if they're going to come after us, they should also put serious resources to go after the taxi industry. For me, I think this is just a matter of, and again, it's my opinion, right? Everyone has their own opinion. I think they're doing it on purpose because they understand, again, the power also that comes from the taxi industry. But I don't see it as fair. And companies that are also have to pay, register for VAT can be big companies. So if you are just a trader, you are getting remuneration as maybe you offer services outside and you're just getting remuneration on monthly basis. Well, it all depends on how much is your remuneration. Should you are you making a lot of money or a turnover that is exceeding 1 million, right? Because if you're making a turnover that is exceeding 1 million, you are legally required to register for that, which is something that is well known out there, right? So I think it's just a matter of SARS is a bit inconsistent at this point because certain industries are giving special attention. Let me also talk about corporate. To your own information, there are a lot of corporate companies that are not paying tax. Tax evasion straight, and they don't go after them. There are a lot of companies, well, we can argue about tax avoidance because it's different from evasion. If you look at what is happening in Pretoria, Tshwane right now, as a city, they are trying to switch off electricity from a lot of corporate companies, right? It was very strange to see a big company that produces matchsticks have not been paying electricity for years. And you would ask yourself, these people have been making money. These people have been making serious money over the years. In fact, during the time of load shedding, I'm expecting them to make more. I'm expecting their sales to increase because people are in the dark, right? And you ask yourself, why were they not complying? I mean, why they were not paying basic electricity to ensure that the business is running? So the point that I'm trying to make here is that there's a lot that is happening and there's a lot that is not being covered. And again, I think we need to step up our game. As citizens of South Africa, we should not think that coming on the comment section and talking about how one is useless and how one doesn't have information and whatnot. We should not even thinking about doing that. We should be thinking about how do we find solutions behind problems that we see. Okay, is SARS bigger than us? Yes, arguably so. But if you look at the 2% VAT increase, if it wasn't for opposition leaders, I'm telling you, it was going to happen again. They were just going to increase it. Funny enough, the corporate income tax was recently reduced, in the past previous years. We don't have a wealth tax in South Africa, but yet an upcoming young man who comes from a very disadvantaged background comes into the digital world, wants to make something out of nothing. He'll be scrutinized to say, hey, you need to pay tax. Am I saying we should not pay tax? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if we are going to pay tax, businesses that are involved in the digital world, right, like traders, I say they should pay tax as much as other industries are paying tax. What I see unfair is when we have to pay tax and other industries are like, oh, these ones are the special ones, let's not go there. I find it inconsistent and I find it unfair. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is MJ Givens Kasi, your mentor, your coach, and your president. Thank you so much for tuning in. I would like you to let me know on the comment section, what do you want me to cover next time? Like I said, I'm just giving you the basic information I have about the taxi industry, that they are paying different kinds of taxes. And again, it's very difficult to track them down because most of them are using cash either way. But I would want you to suggest what industry you want me to talk about. I'm involved in the finance industry, by the way, guys, but I try by all means as an analyst to gather as much information and keep it as basic as it is so that I can allow experts to also come over and share. That's why I say let's have a traders meetup, a business meetup, where a lot of us can talk to this whole discuss the whole regulatory framework, people from the South African Reserve Bank, SARS, as well as the FSCA should come in, and we can ask them as many questions as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, from your president, thank you so much for tuning in. If you need an Okta account, you know what to do. Click on the link on the description. Ensure that you make a deposit and use this promo code TRADE with MJ for 100% bonus. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.